This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, am I audible, students? Am I audible, guys? Respond in the chat box, students. Am I audible? Am I audible today? Yeah. Okay. So let us start today's session. Almost we completed learning all the operators. Now we will learn about the control flow of the what is called conditional statement. In a conditional statement like if else or in switch case, how the control flows, and even in the iterative statements like all kind of loops, for loops, while loops, do while loops, how the control flows there. Because till now most of the examples are very simple example, though we have used those ifs, those fors, but our target was to learn those operators and just these sequential statements. Now we will enter technically to those conditional statements, which includes if else block, which includes repetitive statements, which includes switch case, and how the control flows there. Let us take the first example today. Say for example here I'm writing here int I, just I declared a variable, and then if I is equal to 0, comma 2, comma 3, then printf, here I'm writing C, and here else printf double quotation C++. Now what will be the output in this case? And even after this if else block, I also try to print the value of I, print a %ld I. Now observe here carefully. in this line number 5, what is this? This is conditional statement. Earlier we have learned about conditional operator, asking sign followed by colon. That is called conditional operator, and this is called conditional statement. So now inside the conditional statement, here we are having the first bracket open, first bracket close. That is the part of if syntax, and after that we are having comma. Here comma is visible. Now already we have learned that comma can play the role of operator, comma can play the role of separator. So where comma play the role of operator and where comma play the role of separator, already we have learned that. In a declarative statement, comma plays the role of separator, and in function argument, comma play the role of separator. So first of all, is it a declarative statement? Are you declaring anything here? No. Is it the playing the role of function argument? If is a function? No, if is not a function. So these are not function argument. So these are not function argument. So here what comma does? Here comma plays the role of here comma play the role of operator. Here comma play the role of operator. Now what is happening here? I is equal to 0. What does it mean? The 0 value will be assigned to I. The 0 value will be assigned to I. Then next 2, then next 3. We know that comma play the role of operator here. Operator means what? Left to right it will execute, and rightmost value will be considered for here to consider. Rightmost value will consider for here to consider. So for this entire part, what value will be considered? That is the rightmost value. What is the rightmost value here? 3. So basically it becomes, basically this statement actually becomes if 3. Basically this statement actually becomes if 3, and we know that after if we are having any non-zero value, after if we are having any non-zero value, the corresponding if block executes. The corresponding if block executes. So here what will happen, as we are getting a non-zero value after the if block, so automatically the corresponding if block will be execute. 1 minute guys. Yeah, corresponding if block will execute. As a result, which line will execute? This printf statement will execute. This printf statement will execute. So as an output, what we will get? This C we will get. On top of that, in this line, 0 is assigned to I. In this line, 0 is assigned to I. So when, look, don't think that 3 will be assigned to I. No. 3 is the entire expression's value. In comma operators works from left to right, and rightmost value become the final value of the entire expression. So the entire expression value is 3, but the I value is what? The I value is written as 0. The I value is considered as 0. Now what will happen? Once I reach to this line, if I print that I value, what will be printed? 0. And before that, due to the 3 consideration here, the block will execute and it will print C also. So ultimately what will happen? We will get the output as C0. Let us execute the code. Execute, compile and run. C0. This is what we executed. This is what we thought. That is what we are getting, sir. C0. Let us move to the next one. Now, suppose for example, I'm making a little bit change here in this code. What I'm doing here, I'm writing I is equal to this part I'm keeping inside bracket. This part I'm keeping inside bracket, and here we change the value 210. 210. Now you see here, first of all, how many first bracket open, first bracket close is there? 2. Which one will execute first? Innermost. The innermost. Associativity is left to right. So we start from here. I is equal to. Now what is that I? For that we need to evaluate this part. What is the I value? To know that we need to evaluate this part. So after evaluation of this part, we need to get the I value. So what is the value of this part? Here comma is playing what? Separator or operator? Is it a declarative statement? No. Is it a function argument? No. So automatically comma is not a separator here. Comma is a operator here. Once comma is the operator, which value will be considered? Rightmost value. What is that rightmost value? 0. So that value will be given to I. So I value will become what? 0. I value will become 0. Once I value will become 0, is the if block will execute? No, because it will become if 0. Now it will become if 0. So automatically if block will not execute. Which block will execute? Else block will execute. Then what we will get as output? C++ and finally the I value. That means what will be printed? C++ 0. Execute, compile and run. C++ 0. So as per we expect, the output also came in that way. Let us move to the next one. C++ 0. Next, let us move to the next one. Suppose for example, already we have learned type casting, guys. Implicit type casting, explicit type casting we have learned. Suppose for example here I am having an expression like this: -1 L. L stands for what? Long. L stands for what? Long. Capital L or small l. And 1 UL. 1 UL. What is the difference between L and UL? Sir, L means long. L means long. UL means unsigned long. What is the difference between this? One is long, unsigned. This is unsigned long. And what is this? This is the signed long. This is signed long. Now already we have learned what about the signed and unsigned representation. What is the signed and unsigned representation? With respect to integer we have learned. Only thing is that where it will differ. Only thing that where it will differ is that 1 minute, let me show you where it will be differing is not here, signed unsigned. 1 minute, guys. Unsigned, 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 signed, unsigned here. So we have seen signed unsigned representation with respect to integer. So with respect to long, what will happen? The range value will become more. The range value will become more. No other differences, right? Now you see here, even if we are talking, forget about long, even if we are talking in terms of integer, then unsigned int this value is equivalent to signed -1. So signed -1 is basically equivalent to unsigned of this, unsigned of this. Now you see here in this example, and on top of that, when we learn that type casting, there we have the entire flow, how the type casting automatically. What about the automatic type casting? Which type to which type automatically, it get converted. Now you see that in the type casting, int is automatically converted to unsigned int. Similarly, long is automatically converted to unsigned long. Long will automatically converted to unsigned long. Now here long means what? Here what does this long means? Here long means it's a signed long. Here long means signed long. Nothing is mentioned means it is a signed long. If nothing is mentioned, it is none other than is a signed long. Now signed long will automatically convert it to unsigned long. Signed long will automatically convert it to unsigned long. Now you see here, this is basically signed long. This is basically signed long, and this is what? Unsigned long. Now what will happen? This signed long and unsigned long we are comparing. So as a result, the signed long will be converted to unsigned long. Now you see that signed integer -1, if it is converted to unsigned integer, this is the value. Similarly, signed long -1, if it is converted to unsigned, then automatically I will get a value which will be a positive value, and which will be a very big value. Some positive value I will get, and which will automatically a very big value. So automatically, if it is converted to a big value, as a result, what will happen? This condition will become true, because this will get a big value, and that big value is greater than this one. Big value is greater than this, low value 1, this is low value 1, and this will be converted to is a big value. Is it greater than 1? Yes, it is greater than 1. As a result of that, what will be printed? Only C will be printed. As a result of that, what will be printed? Only C will be printed. Execute, compile and run. Execute, compile and run. Even if it is not long, just normally I'm writing. This is unsigned one, unsigned int, you am writing, and this is normal signed integer. Let's see in that case, is it really considering this one as unsigned one or not? Execute, compile and run. Execute, compile and run. You see in this case also, it is considering C. Normally what happens if you are thinking -1 greater than 1, if you remove this one, if you remove this u, now anymore is it going to true? Let's see, -1 greater than 1, no, -1 is not greater than 1, so it become false and control is coming to the else part. Now once you are writing here u, that means what you are telling, I'm talking about unsigned integer 1. Which one? This one. Which one you are talking about? Unsigned integer 1, right? And with this what you are comparing? You are comparing signed integer -1. Signed integer -1 means which one? This one. So these two fellow are compared. These two fellow are compared. -1 in signed and 1 in unsigned. As a result of automatic type conversion, unsigned signed int is automatically converted to unsigned int. Signed int will automatically converted to unsigned int. So automatically, if this -1 is converted to unsigned int, what will be the value? This will be the value. This will be the value. And is this value is greater than 1? Is this value is greater than 1? Yes, this value is greater than 1. Then automatically what will come into the picture? C will come into the picture. Execute C. So that means we can have two different cases with respect to integer. With respect to integer, we can have two different cases. What is one? What is the first case? -1 greater than 1. It's false. It is simply a false. But if you say -1 greater than 1 unsigned, in that case the result will be true, guys. In that case the result will be true. Why? Because sir, this is signed integer I. Signed integer I automatically converted to unsigned integer I. Already we completed learning this one in typecasting. So that is why this fellow will give me a true value. So this is what we have to remember. Not. I hope everyone got the clarity, guys. Why these things are getting as true value and why this if block is executing. Yeah. So what is the answer here? Let us move to the next one. Next, yet another conditional flow of execution I want to show. Here the conditional statement I'm going to here is as switch. Now you see here, suppose for example, taking a variable num which is initialized with 2, switch num plus 2, switch num plus 2. Here I'm writing case 1. Here I'm writing case 1. Inside that printf, I'm writing case 1. Something, some message I need to write, I'm writing. Then I'm having case 2. Next I'm having case 3. Next we are having default, printf default. This is my case 2. This is my case 3. Tell me students, in this case, if I execute this code, in this case, if I execute this code, here of course we are having case 2 and here we are having case 3. In this case, if I execute this code, what will be the output, guys? Very simple one. What is the output in this case? Yes, default, because here num plus 2. Num plus 2 means what? Num value is 2. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. Is it matching with this case? No, no, no. If none of the cases match, then only default will be executed. Inside switch case default, when default get executed, guys? If none of the cases match, then only default get executed. So automatically in this case the output will be default only. Execute, compile and run. Default is the answer. Let us move to the next one. Next one. Say for example, here I'm having a variable int movie is equal to 1, and here I'm writing switch movie left shift by, here it is 2 plus movie, and here it is my default is at the beginning. Default is at the beginning. Here case 4, case 5, case 8. This is the code, and here say for example I'm having some message here, traffic. This is something like Sultan. Here this is something like say Dangal, and here it is something like say Bahubali. And I'm giving some space here. Tell me guys, in this case what will be the output? That is first question. And second question is, can I have default at the beginning or not? The answer is that inside a switch case we can have default anywhere. We can have default anywhere you can place default. But remember, placing default anywhere means normally where we place at the end. Anywhere means at the beginning can be placed and the middle can be placed, but it doesn't mean that keeping a default at the beginning means it will be executed, or keeping at the middle means it will be executed. Default wherever you want you can keep, that is not a syntactical issue, but it will be executed only if none of the cases match. Only if none of the cases match, then only it will be executed, right? So here what is the movie value? 1. 2 plus 1, what is this? 3. And movie is what? 1. So basically it becomes what? 1 left shift by 3. 1 left shift by 3, what is the answer, guys? Already we know that 1 left shift by 3, what is the answer? 8. Then automatically which printf will be printed? Only this one will be printed. Let us execute, compile and run. Perfectly it is executing. So what we have learned from here, that inside a switch case body we can keep default anywhere. That not a syntactical factor, but default will be executed only in the case when no matching case is found. Default will be executed only in the case when no matching case is found. Next, suppose for example here I'm declaring a variable auto A is equal to 10, and here this is my switch a comma a into 2, a comma a into 2. then I'm having here one case is there, case L, case L. Here one case is there, L into 2, and here one case is there, L into 3. And lastly, we are having default. Here say printf, something I'm printing say MNO. And lastly, this is the proof to show you that default can be even placed in the middle. That's not a syntactical factor. And here it is printf www. Okay, now lastly we are having one break. Here I'm changing this to ABC. Break. Next. XYZ. Break. Next. PQR. And then break. Remaining things are okay. Question will be raised. What is that L, sir? L means, I'm writing here, has defined L 10. Later I will explore this thing in details, guys. When the preprocessor directive will come, there I will let you know what is called the preprocessor directive, how the things are working internally, that I will discuss there. But currently only thing is that all the occurrence of L before compilation start will replace by 10. Currently up to this much knowledge is enough. Later I will explore preprocessor in details. Currently how far knowledge is enough, sir? Just before compilation, before my program starts getting compiled, all the occurrence of L will be replaced by the value 10. Now you see here, that means it will become what? 10. This will become 10 into 20, 10 into 2, 20, 30, and this will become 40. Now you come here. What is this? Comma. Comma is visible here. Now whenever comma is visible, we can have two things, operator or separator. Is it separator, sir? You ask yourself. Is it a declarative statement? No. Is it a function argument? Is switch is a function? No. Switch is a conditional statement. Switch is not a function. So is these things are here? Is the comma is playing the role of operator or separator? Definitely operator. What is the rule of operator? Sir, left to right it will go. Correct, Chetan. 10 comma 10 into 2, 20. So what is this value? 20. Case L, that means 10, mismatch. Case L into 2, 20, matching XYZ, and getting the break. And getting the break. Break means, remember, break statement can be associated with, very important what I'm using, break statement can be associated with either with switch case or with loop. Either with switch case or with loop. So here break means it is associated with the switch. It is associated with the switch. So once the break statement will execute, what will happen is that immediately control will be getting out of the loop, out of the switch. Control will be getting out of the switch. So automatically once this break statement will execute, control will be sent outside of the switch, means here. And then what is the line it will execute? Return 0. Return 0 means you know that it is sending the return 0 value to the operating system, and hence program will be terminated. So as a result, what we are going to get? We are going to get the output as XYZ. Execute, compile and run. So here once printing mistake, guys, hold on. Execute, compile and run. We thought that XYZ will come into the picture, and XYZ itself came into the picture.
Sir, default is not a required break statement.
Default generally, if you are keeping the default at the end, then default doesn't require the break statement. But if you keep default at the beginning, at the top, or somewhere in the middle, then normally default statement needs the break. Suppose for example, here you are keeping default. Forget about this code. Suppose forget about this code, you are keeping default here. This is switch. Inside it, I'm having some cases. So one, we are having case 2. That's it. And I'm keeping the default here. I'm keeping the default here. Suppose here you are writing something as printf default. Printf default. And now you are not using any break statement. But here you are using break statement. Printf case 1 break. And here also you are having printf case 2 and then break. Now you are not keeping break after the default. What will happen? Suppose here you are having some value like 3. I'm directly hard code the value. You can write coding, you can take I variable, you can take the value, anything you can do. So I'm taking here 3. What will happen? First, when the default executed, if none of the cases match, case 1 matching, no. Case 2 matching, no. Let us assume nowhere break is there. For the timing, nowhere break is there, and none of the cases match. Then what will happen? Default will execute and then it will fall through. This is called fall through, right? After execution of default, it will execute all the simultaneous cases until it encounters a break. So now nowhere break is there. So what will happen? Default case 1, case 2, everything will come into the picture. Execute the code, compile and run. Default case 1, case 2, default case 1, case 2, everything came into the picture. Now you said that, sir, I will give a break here. If you give a break here, how far it will execute? Until it gets the break. So default and case 1, up to this it will be executed. So that means this time the output we are going to get the default and case 1. Execute, compile and run. Default and case 1, default and case 1. Same thing may happen if you are keeping default anywhere in the middle. Suppose you are keeping default in the middle, then what will happen? If none of the cases match, then only default will execute. First this default will execute, then what will happen? Sir, it will fall through. How long it will fall through? Until it encounters a break. So what will happen in this case? First default will execute. After execution of default, as it falls through and not encounters any break, so that means default and case 2 will come into the picture. Let's see what we are getting. Execute, compile and run. Default and case 2, it is going to get default and case 2. So moral of the story is what? Normally if I keep the default at the end, in that case generally break statement is not needed, because after that even it will fall through. What to execute, sir? Nothing to execute, so no need to give the break. Now only default will come into picture. But if you are keeping it anywhere else, in those cases it is recommended to use the break. But currently we are not doing any C programming here. We are just testing different test cases. So that is why we are not keeping the break statement here, because it's not a C programming we are writing, just some find the output type of coding we are doing. So that's why we have not used the break statement. But normally recommended is to use the break statement with the default if it is not placed as the last statement, last one. And another important word I want to use here, that is what about that auto. Auto actually in C programming language, later we will explore. We are having 4 different storage class, guys. What are the 4 different storage class? Auto, register, static and extern. 4 different storage class we are having. So normally auto storage class means what? If we write int x, that automatically means it is automatic storage class. So writing auto int x and writing int x, basically both same. 3 things are basically same: int x or auto int x or auto x. All these are basically same. All these are basically same terminology. Int x, auto x, auto x. All those cases it is considered as the automatic storage type. Later we will explore what is called storage class. Storage class tells us about what is the default value of a variable, where the variable will be stored, what is the life of a variable, what is the scope of the variable, etc., etc. We will explore that thing. So the doubt regarding default gone, Chetan? The doubt got clarified with respect to this default
Yes, sir.
state. Yeah, better Chetan, better to respond in the chat box because these videos will be shared with you. So if your voice is there later, you will not be happy with this. So better to respond in the chat box. Okay. Yeah. Let us take the next one, sir. So this one, what is the answer, guys? XYZ. Acha, I have already prepared up to 40. This is 54 today, except today's question up to 48. I think I prepared the document for you up to 47. Okay. Today I will share. Last week, I think up to 22, it was prepared. Up to 47 today I have prepared. Then again tomorrow I will add few more. Right. Next. Suppose here switch to. This is case 1L, right? This is 2L. Suffix L means it is talking about long value. It is talking about long value. No problem, sir. Integer 4, long 4, basically all are the same. Here I'm writing something like C, and here I'm not using any break. Here I'm writing percentile S, comma. Here I'm writing inside a double quotation Java. This one, instead of writing any break, using go to statement. Go to. Normally we should not use go to. Currently they never recommended to use go to, but just as a part of this example I'm using it. Go to. Go to where? After go to, you have to provide a label. After here, you have to provide a label. Suppose I'm giving some label name as love. Go to love. Okay. Now you can have any valid label name. You can have any valid label name. Suppose here printf. I'm writing here Python. This is also not having any break. Case 4 here. Under this, I'm having that label name. I'm having that label name. Here I'm having C++. This is the code, and of course it is not ends with a breaks. In this case, initially my switch value is 2. Remember that my switch value is 2. Now first of all, first case 1 is what? 1 in long. So 2 and 1 are same? No, 2 and 1 are not same. Next, case 2 is case 2 and switch 2 matching case. Yes, matching case. Then what will be printed? Java will be printed. After printing Java, as the matching case is found, after printing Java, what it is telling? Go to this particular block. Go to this particular level. Sorry, not block. Go to this particular level. Go to this particular level. Now I have to search where is this particular level. This is where is the particular level. This is where is the particular level. So that means from here, control will be directly coming here. Remember, in a programming, usage of goto is never recommended. Now this is where the control is coming. After coming the control, this particular label block statement will execute, which is none other than C++. Which is none other than C++. So what we are going to get? We are going to get the output Java followed by C++. Let's see what it is showing us. Execute, compile and run. Java, C++. Just as a part of one example, yes, showing this one, because normally it is never recommended to use the goto in C programming language. Yeah, let us take the next one, sir. Now we want to go to the repetitive statements. Say for example here, int I is equal to 0, comma j is equal to 0. Two variables are there. While loop guys, while I less than 5, j less than 10. In between that I have a comma. Now here I'm writing I plus plus and j plus plus. Outside of this printf %d I comma j. Okay na? Very simple, sir. What will be the output? First, your favorite comma is there. You decide whether what role comma will play. Sir, is it a declarative statement? No. Is it a function argument? No. So comma will play the role of operator every time it will encounter line number 4. Every time control come to line number 4, comma will show his talent as a operator. Now observe here. First time 0 less than 5. Okay. Comma 0 less than 10. Okay. So 0 less than 5 returning what? 1. 0 less than 10 also returning what? 1. So basically it becomes what? 1 comma 1. Which one you will take? Sir, the last one. That means from here whatever value is coming, that will be taken. What is that? 1. While 1, will you enter in the loop? Yes, I will enter in the loop. After entering in the loop, what you will do? I plus plus. I value will become 1. J plus plus. J value will become 1. Sir, as this is nature. It's not like I am telling. As a nature of the loop, control will be coming back here again. What will happen? Sir, again I less than 5. What is I value now? Sir, I value is 1. 1 less than 5? Yes. What it will return? 1. J less than 5? 1 less than 10? Yes. What it returning? 1. 1, 1. Which one will check? Last one. Will you enter? Yes. I value will become 2. J value will become 2. Next time 2 less than 5, 1. 2 less than 10, 1. Will you enter? Yes. It will become 3. It will 3 less than 5, 1. 3 less than 10, 1. Will you enter? Yes. 4, 4. Next time 4 less than 5. What is this? 1. 4 less than 10. What is this? 1. Which one you will take? This one. Will you enter? Yes. 5, 5. Now both the I and j value is 5. Now what will happen, sir? Control comes here. 5 less than 5. What is this? 0. 5 less than 10. What is this? 1. First time you are getting something like that. Before that, every time you got like this 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now you are getting like this 0 1. But what one? Which one you will consider? 0 you will consider or 1 you will consider? 1 I will consider. So will you enter in the loop? Yes, I will enter. So what will happen? Sir, 6 6. Like this next time 7 7. 8 8 8. Next 9 9. Now see 9 less than 5 0. 9 less than 10 yes. Will you enter? Yes, I will enter. I plus plus 10. J plus plus 10. Next time again 10 less than 5 0. No. 10 less than 10 0. No. Will you enter? No. For the first time loop condition violated. Will you enter? No. Outside of the loop I and j value will be printed. What is that? 10 and 10. Execute, compile and run. Everyone understanding, guys? Everyone got the clarity how the control flows here? Any doubt, students? Ten. Can I move further, guys? Any doubt? Yes. Now I'm making a small change here. I'm just removing comma from here, guys. I'm replacing it with a bitwise AND. All these things are known to you now. I'm just replacing it with a bitwise AND. Sir, what will be the output in this case? Tell me, guys. What will be the output, sir, in this case? See, first time 0 less than 5. Will you enter? Yes. This is 0. Currently what you are getting? 0. Followed by bitwise and 0 less, sorry, 0 less than 5, now 1, sir, 1, and bitwise and 0 less than 10 and 1, 1 and 1. What is that, guys? 1. Will you enter? Yes. I plus plus 1, j plus plus 1. Control automatically come back. 1 less than 5, guys, 1. Bitwise and 1 less than 10, 1, 1 and 1, 1, sir. Will you enter? Yes. 2, 2. Next time loop come, 2 less than 5, 1, 2 less than 10, 1, 1 and 1, 1, sir. Will you enter? Yes. Next time 3 less than 5, yes. What it will return? 1. And 3 less than 10, 1, 1 and 1, 1, sir. Will you enter? Yes. 4, 4. Next time 4 less than 5, yes. 4 less than 10, yes. In between 1, in between and bitwise and 1 and 1 and 1, 1. Will you enter? Yes. 5, 5. Next 5 less than 5, what you are getting? 0. And will you go other half? Yes, sir, I will go other half because it's not logical and, sir, it's not logical and, so I will go other half. Bitwise and, sir, I have to go to the other half because bit by bit it will compare, so I have to go to the other half. So 0 and 1, what is that? 0. While 0, will you enter? No. Outside of this, what answer are we going to get? What answer we are going to get? 5 and 5, sir. Execute, compile and run. Understanding? Getting clarity? Operators, sir, are they? Without operator we cannot move a single step. Everywhere operator will come into the picture. In every example, operator in some sense will come into the picture. So even we said that, okay, operator story has done, but actual thing is that in every example operator will be there, sir. Okay, let us take the next one, sir. For see this, guys. In this case, what will be the output? Or if I ask you learning C is fun, how many times will be printed? Observe here. Observe the control flow. Yeah, observe the control flow. So this is the outer for loop, sir. This is outer for loop. So that means this outer for loop, whenever it encounters, it takes the control back to here. It takes the control back to here. So how many loops we are having? We are currently working on 2 loops. This is inner for loop. This is taking the control here. This is inner for loop. Execution started, sir. I is equal to 0. 0 less than 5. Will you enter? Yes, I will enter. You entered. Next, you get a for loop. J is equal to 0. J less than 1. Is it true? Yes. Will you enter? Yes. What you will execute? Break. This break is associated with which for? Outer for or inner for? The break is associated with outer for or inner for? Inner for. Inner for. So that is why whenever this break will execute, your control will come outside of inner for loop. Outside of inner for loop. What will be printed? Learning C will be printed one time. After that, you encounter this curly brace, means what? Sir, control is coming back to the outer for loop. I plus plus, I value will become 1. 1 less than 5, yes. Will you enter? Yes. Again, same story. Day is equal to 0, 0 less than 1, yes, true, break. This will be printed 2 times. Again, coming back here, I will become 2. 2 less than 5, yes. Same thing will happen here. This line will be printed 3 times. Now loop come here, I become 3. 3 less than 5, yes. Same thing will happen. Printf 4th time. I becomes 4. 4 less than 5, yes. Same thing will happen. It will be printed for 5 times. Next, I become 5. 5 less than 5. False. Control will be sent outside of the loop. Return 0. Everything finished. How many times it will be printed? Sir, it will be printed for 5 times. Execute, compile and run. Learning C is fun. Learning C is fun. Learning C is fun. How many times? 3 times. Okay. Learning C is fun. 4th time. Learning C is fun. 5th time. Okay, na? 5th time, sir. Everyone got clarity? Understanding the control flow of the nested loop stories? Everyone understood the control flow, sir? Yeah. Next and after that. Suppose here I'm taking short I. Short I is same as short int I, guys. Short I is same as short int I. Short int I means it is 2-byte integer, sir. 2-byte integer, 16-bit. Here I have I is equal to 1, I greater than 0, and I plus plus. Inside this, I'm printing the I value. This is my code. Now, what is my doubt here is, whenever I will execute this code, option number 1, control will not fall into the for loop. That means it will not enter into the for loop. What is your suggestion? You have to tell. Lastly, second point, numbers will be displayed. That means it will enter in the for loop and numbers will be displayed. Numbers will be displayed until the signed limit of short, and throw runtime error. Option number 3 is, copy this. Numbers will be displayed until the signed limit of short and program will successfully terminate. Program will successfully terminate. D, this program will get into an infinite loop and keep printing numbers with no errors. Remember, guys, short int I means its range is minus 32768 to plus 32767. 32767. This is the range. Of course, signed, because no question of unsigned. No question of unsigned. Then what will happen? Let me show you this diagram for better clarity. This is for what, sir? This is for 4 byte. No. We are expecting for 2 byte. Where is 2 byte? Here. This diagram will help you to understand. You see here, guys, 2 byte signed. That means which picture we should concentrate? The left one. Just the left one we should concentrate, sir. Now, in the left one, 1 minute, guys. Yeah. Now you see, one by one, option number 1. Control will not fall into the for loop. Sir, I can see I is equal to 1, I greater than 0. 100 to 100% it will fall. So this option have no chance. This option number A have no chance. Option number B, sir, number will be displayed until the signed limit of short. What is the signed limit of short? What is the signed limit of short? Observe here. Observe carefully. This is your code. As per the code is concerned, yeah, that is the signed limit. As per the actually not like that, Chetan. The signed limit is from here to here. You can think like that. In that case, not 1 to minus 1, right? Then 0 will be excluded now. If you're saying 1 to minus 1, 0 will be excluded. So that is why signed limit is this to this, minus 32768 to 32767. So numbers will be displayed. First time is what? 1. Next time 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up to 32767 it is displayed, sir. When it becomes 32768, 32768 actually is equivalent to what? The positive side 32767, no problem. But when it positive side value become 32768, what is its equivalent to? Minus 32768. It is equivalent to minus 32768. Now is minus 32768 is greater than 0? No. No. Loop will be terminate. Nothing will be printed anymore. So how far printed? 1 to 32767. It says that number will be printed until the signed limit of a short. That's perfect. Up to this is perfect. And throw a runtime error. No question of runtime error, sir. Why runtime error? Everything should work perfectly. Number C. Number will be displayed until the signed limit of a short. That's same as previous. Okay. And program will successfully terminate. Definitely. Definitely it will terminate successfully. This program will get into infinite loop. No way. No way, sir. But the problem is, sir, can you show this? How can I show you guys? I don't have 2-byte compiler, but I have one 2-byte compiler. Let's see, guys. Can I show this code or not? Okay. Just let me open that 2-byte compiler 1 minute. Where it is, guys? Yeah. It's a bit olden days compiler. Will take a bit time to run, but I will try to show you this happening or not. So what I need to declare? I need to declare a variable of short type. So what is our prediction, sir? 1, 2, 3 to 7, 6, 7. Up to that it will be printed. After that it will be terminated. Compile. Run. Wait. Observe the last value, guys. Done. 32767. Observe the last value. Let me press the enter button to come back. Yes. Everyone understood why the option number 3 is correct, guys? And it's not possible to show you in that DevC compiler. Why? Because there the size of the integer is automatically considered as too wide. Then how can I show you that? Sir, why we use conio in that? Because we use one function getch. You observe there, Chetan. At the end, we use a function called getch. Now for getch function, the corresponding header file is conio.h. Okay. Yeah. That's it, guys. So when is our next session? Our next session is on Monday, right? Monday is our next session, but there is a doubt over Monday class, right? Actually, Monday, my son is having a vaccination. So if I can reach by the time, I will take the session, right? So you just join once, check it out whether I'm coming or not. Wait for 15 minutes, up to 5:15 you wait. If I'm not coming up to 5:15, you will leave the session. Acha. Along with that, remember from Tuesday onwards, our session time will be on from 8:30 p.m. right? Same link, everything is same. Just timing will be from 8:30 p.m. Okay, Monday I will try my level best. If possible, I will take. If not possible, no need to worry. On that week, Saturday or somehow in any weekdays, any holidays, I will take that additional session. Yeah, thank you, guys. Acha, let me share the document up to today, whatever we done. Acha, videos are shared now, guys. I think video today they have shared with you. Yeah. Now next few days, this thing will be, loop, then if statement, else statement, switch. This thing will be happening continuously, parallelly. As per our syllabus, this is currently the second module through which we are going through, where it is here. So now everyday loop, switch, if else, continuously we will practice, right? Nothing like this after this one like this. All operators almost 98% done. 2 operators are pending. I said the dot operator, arrow operator. It will be discussed at the time of structure and pointer respectively. Other that now control structure. Under the control structure, everything, right? If else, switch, for while, do while loop, jump in loop. Already have seen today. Go to statement, then break. Already have seen. Continue will also come into the picture. Nested loop. These things we will continuously do that for next 1 week, right? And then we will start the next level concept, that is arrays and pointer, guys. Yeah. So next week, mostly if we have 5 sessions, at least 3 sessions mostly we will try to spend on control structure. After that, we will enter into the array concept, guys. 1D array, 2D array, 3D array. Thank you, students. Bye, class.